join us from the far, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Stanford Cardinal. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, obviously it's every team's plan to run the ball each and every game. But today he challenged his offensive line to help his running back get the record. They know that he's been so productive in his career, and today he has an opportunity to get the rushing touchdown record. So in the red zone, I will be shocked if they don't get this guy the ball. They all want him to receive the rock because he has meant so much to this team and to this program. Expect that to be a big focal point of the running game today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. Takes a handoff. It's Walton. Turning it on. Enough to move the chains. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Hauls it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Spins away from the defense. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. On the RPO, got him. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Long way to go on second down. Hits inside. It's Walton. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Trying to squeak through the pile. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Working the ground game. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Got the first down. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Fung. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Stanford quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Holt. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Looking to throw. Look out! Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will Ncaa at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Perez. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Straight ahead, it's Walton. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Might as well run him again. There he goes. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 2nd and long here. On the run, it's Walton. He's got enough. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. He now has 80 yards rushing in this game, and he's on his way to a 1,400-yard season. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. See some running room. All over him immediately.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing. Carr. Turns it upfield. Lots of running room. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Fung. And he loses the deep in his own end. Corralled by the kicking team. Takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Out wide left, it's Holt. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Stanford wants to push the pace.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
The play fake. Nice way to knock that one down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ford. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Incomplete into the end zone, but they're going to back up with a hold on the play. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. This time on target. Makes the tackle.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The run inside. It's Walton. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Rush right in his face. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Fresh center downs going to the air. Under pressure. Turns it upfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's got an open man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54. They put on the heat and they blocked it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 3 team, the Florida Gators.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Deep in the end zone, it's Mobley. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Oh, this is a bad shank. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play action on first down. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Gets the back moving. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone is under infraction. Defense.
Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Rush is on. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
Got it again.
It's blocked.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that that are momentum changers. That could be the difference in this game. What a great individual effort knocking that thing down.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Carr. They're all over him. Gets rid of it.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Looking for the edge, it's Mobley. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the left. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Tells the run, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
2nd down to the air. Lets it fly. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Knocked down immediately.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking for the edge.
Oh, I pitched it right to him.
There he goes to the
Made that switch.
The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense putting points on the board.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown. But you create the takeaway, you scoop and score. It's a game-changing play. It's a momentum-changing play. And you can see on the sideline right now, they are completely galvanized by that defensive score.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Quick give. It's Walton. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Motion from the back. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Throwing, Carr. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Mobley. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Looking downfield. It's Carr. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Makes a catch. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll try to slam it in, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight?
Intercepted, number 19. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Back to pass. It's Carr. Looking down the middle. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Gets away. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Safe little shovel pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Irish send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. He'll get rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. RPO complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Going for 6. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Carr escapes the pressure to his right. Leaves it short.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The kick is on its way. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just barely got rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down, gonna throw it. Caught behind the line. It's 4. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Look out! And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Needs it here on 4th down. Rush right in his face. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays. Just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And that is no good. Guys, after the missed field goal, the lead is still 23. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise.